The story of Steve Guillam. The swamps of Louisiana have always been a dangerous place, filled with predators that have absolutely no problem with taking a bite out of you. Now, for as long as I can remember, I felt comfortable when outdoors, especially in the swamps and the bayous of Louisiana. As a kid, we played, hunted, fished, crabbed, crawfish. We did everything in the swamps. And so for the life of me, I never ever imagined that I would get lost in those very same swamps. Looking back on the incidents of that day, if you had told me that I would lose my bearings or get lost, I would have bet you my right testicle that would have never happened. But somehow, it did. And to this day, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what the hell happened. It was a Saturday morning. I got the boat ready and headed to the bayou. My plan was to do some fishing. You see, I wanted to catch me some big alligator garfish. Now, if you never fished for garfish before, let me explain to you how it's done. In the back of my truck, I had 10 empty extra large laundry detergent bottles. You know, the plastic kind, the orange ones, tied, fishing line, and a bucket with some old chicken thighs. When you're trying to catch big garfish, you don't use a rod and reel. They're too big and they're too strong. They'll break your rod and pop the line. So what you do is you tie a line to a plastic bottle, put a hook on it, bait it, toss it in the water, and go on about your business. Now them gars, they some ferocious fish. So when they strike, it's an 85-90% chance that they're going to get hooked. Once you got one on a line, all you got to do is chase down that floating bottle, grab it, and pull that big boy into the boat. Now, that was my plan for the day. Drop 10 lines in the water across a 3-mile stretch of the swamp, travel back and forth all day pulling up lines and taking in fish. I had my radio with me, cell phone, extra bait, 4 beers and 4 bottles of water, with a bag of cracklings. I get the boat launched and I'm headed out to the area. Again, I have been doing this my whole life. You go through a few twists and a few turns, and then you hit this straight path that it runs for about 8 miles in one direction before you're forced to loop back around and turn back south. I get to that stretch of waterway and start tossing my lines in the water. After laying all 10 of them out in the water, it's time for me to light my cigar, cast my rod and reel, and try and grab me a few catfish. Catching catfish is how I pass the time in between pulling in the garfish. A solid hour passed to me throwing the rod and reel in the water, reeling in a little bitty catfish, nothing that I wanted to take. So I started to head back the exact way I came in. Now I'm moving about 35 miles an hour. My cigars in a plastic bag, which was sitting right in front of me, start blowing, and they're about to blow away. Now this is where shit starts to get crazy. I look away because these cigars are starting to fly off and I'm reaching for them. And I end up grabbing that bag with the very tip of my pointing finger and my thumb. And when I turn back forward to put my eyes back on where I'm going, right in front of me is this thing that looks like a mirror, but it's got cracks in it and it's broken. You can see through it to the water on the other side, but the edges had this kind of bright glow to it. The next thing you know, my boat is going through this thing, and instantly, when I tell you instantly, it's fucking dark outside. Pitch black, midnight darkness in the swamps. Now I'm riding and looking around.
To hear the rest of this story, click the link in the description. It's free and a promo for Dogman Weekend 2019. As you are well aware, YouTube is censoring and demonetizing creators left and right. Dark Waters needs your help reaching you. What do you need to do? Great question. Click the link in the description, submit your name and email address, and then listen to the story. It's simple, and don't be lazy. Click the link now.